I'm about a third of the way to 1,000 subscribers, so I thought this was the perfect time to share my own personal experience of what being a small booktuber is like. Hi, my name's Bea. Welcome to my channel, Mama Needs to Read Romance, and also be a booktuber. If you ask 10 booktubers to give you their experiences, you're gonna get 10 different answers. I thought mine might be kind of fun though. I wanted to share what my experience has been like. I thought maybe you would enjoy some extra information or some behind the scenes in case you're just curious or perhaps you're thinking about becoming a booktuber yourself. I started my Booktuber channel over Memorial Day weekend because I had a little extra time on my hands and I decided to upload a video about Highlander romance, which I figured everybody would be so interested in. Not so much. But now it's been about 5 months and I currently have about 330 subscribers, which is about a third of the way to 1,000 subscribers. And I have about 1.3 thousand hours of watch time, which is also about a third of the way to 4,000 hours of watch time. Now, why are these numbers important? It's because when you get to 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time, you can become monetized. I thought this might be kind of neat, although it wasn't the reason I started Booktube. So why did I start a Booktube channel, you may be asking? Well, let me give you a little bit of background on myself. So I am a stay-at-home mom. I have 3 kids, ages 9, 6, and 2. And 2 of my 3 kids are special needs. I don't think I've ever shared that specifically on here before. There are challenges that come with having 3 kids, and there are challenges that come with having special needs kids. None of my children at this point are super communicative. They're not really interested in chit-chatting with me. And the idea of talking about books that I love on Booktube was just too much to resist. I could go through my whole day, most days, not really talking at all, and I don't know that my kids would care. But I cannot tell you how exciting it is to talk about a book online and have it resonate with people and have them actually listen to what you're saying and then comment back. It is a joy. I had no idea when I started that it would be as lovely as it is. Sometimes it'll be kind of crazy at my house. Someone's having a meltdown and all of a sudden, ping! It'll pop up on my watch, a lovely, lovely comment from someone saying, I just saw your video and I love that book too, or something. And it's just like this little bit of happy sparkles that just come through my day, just here and there. Why do I do romance novels? Because I need happy endings. Sometimes life is stressful, and I realize I'm not the only one. I know pretty much we all have our own problems. We all deal with our own stressors. And that's the thing I love about romance. It's generally, I stay away from the darker stuff. I just want to feel good, especially at the end with like a swoony, happy romance. It's just the best thing ever. I have enjoyed so much about being a booktuber, going and buying books, learning about stepbacks, learning about foiling and the different parts of books has been so much fun. Going to used book sales, which I never did before, and now like going on hunts and sharing it with you all has just been such an incredible, fun journey. Obviously, I love being a mother. I love my kids fiercely. There's just something nice about having a hobby where you get to share it with other people. And it's just been so much fun. I actually was inspired to first do this because I was watching a lot of Crystal's bookish life while I was doing dishes and things like that. And she was the first person that really made me, 1, start looking into romance novels in the first place. And then 2, I so enjoyed hearing her take on things and just listening to her talk about books. I thought, gosh, I wonder if I could try this too. And I encourage anyone who wants to maybe do this to do it. I have had, as I said, nothing but lovely experiences in the community. Some other people that I have just really enjoyed getting to know online. Tiff of Tiff Talks pages. I love her personality so much. Kelly of Kelly Reads a Lot has been one of my sweetest online friends since the very beginning. Reading with Tatiana, she is so supportive of everyone, and it's what an eloquent, beautiful person. I also have really, really enjoyed getting to chat with Ava of Ava's Romance Books and Kelsey of Essentially Booked, Caitlin the Love Librarian. I mean, I could go on, but oh, and gosh, and of course, Christy of Christy Reads a Lot. I think I talk about her in like half of my videos. I've learned so much from her in terms of like, well, books that I want to read, but also things about books. The community has just been so welcoming, so lovely. I just can't thank them enough. So I mentioned the monetization thing, the 1,000 subscribers, the 4,000 hours of watch time, and really, that would just be icing on the cake eventually to be able to do that. I know a lot of people that want to be content creators, that's their goal, to get monetized. And I don't think as a smaller booktuber, I'm not super savvy, so I don't expect to ever make the big bucks on YouTube. But I've heard some people that are smaller content creators are able to pay for more books, or the money that they earn pays for their children's extracurricular activities, which I thought would be super lovely. So I don't know if that will ever happen, but I've heard advice from amazing people. There was a YouTube video that Jess of Peace Love Books did with some other amazing creators. They were talking about how if you're chasing subscribers and you're chasing views and likes and comments, that you're just going to be disappointed, that you have to really be in it for the love of the topic that you're focused on. And I think that's certainly true. So what does it look like to be a small booktuber? Well, I really enjoy picking out books every month. I choose what books I want to read, either from other people's TBRs, things that I've been excited about, things that have come up finally on my library queue, like if I'm in line for things and then they pop up. I love to listen to books through Audible, reading physical books. I've finally gotten into reading a Kindle. I've really started to enjoy that. And I also love to check out books through my library, either ebooks or especially audiobooks. So that's the way I tend to do it. And if you've seen my videos, you're aware I don't ever pay full price for books. Most of these books are like 50 cents that I've gotten. I like to buy them on sale, whether on Audible or at a book sale, a used bookstore, or even a free little library. So I don't pay a lot for books. I try to use my library where I can. At the beginning of the month, I will take out my calendar, and I don't know why I write in pen, because then I end up needing to use whiteout quite a bit. But I think about what videos I might want to do and what books that I want to read and how that's going to work. I try really hard to see what some of the other awesome booktubers are doing in terms of book clubs, and then I attempt to read along and then join the book club. But so far, I don't think I've had much success at all. I think Jen of the Book Refuge is the only one that I was actually able to make for one of her fabulous SJM along book club meetings. There's always something going on by the time there's a book club meeting online. I'm hopeful that someday I'm actually going to make it to a book club. Anyway, as you can see looking at my calendar, I have 2 books that I try to listen to per week and 1 that I try to read physically. I'm still fairly new at this. This is the sort of schedule I've tried to keep, and it seems to work well, but heaven knows. And I was releasing videos 3 times a week, but my house wasn't as clean as I would like. I wasn't exercising as much as I would like, and I wasn't getting nearly as much sleep as I would like. So I thought, well, let me back up to 2 and see how that goes. But I tell you what, already, even trying to do just 2 videos per week as opposed to 3, I'm already missing having a little more YouTube time. So we'll see how that goes. So now I'm going to show you some more behind the scenes. This is my channel dashboard, and as you can see right now, my current video just ranked first of the last 10 that I've put out, which is very exciting. So I got a little like fireworks there for a second, and you're seeing behind the scenes. If you see your name up here and you're uncomfortable, let me know, and I'm happy to edit that part out. But I figured since the public part is like the comments, people can see your stuff anyway. So I'm just saying, but these are all the different parts. Here I can see my content. So this is my most recent videos and how many views there were and how many comments and all of that good stuff. It just helps me, like this is just everything that I put out and who can see it and all of that. The data was published. It's just really kind of neat to be able to see all of that. You can see likes, and you can also look at the analytics or how each video did by clicking on it. So it's really interesting. And then over here, this is the page that I can get obsessed about. Like, how many subscribers do I have? What's my watch time? What's my views? And this is based on the last 28 days, but you can make it even like the last 3 days, or excuse me, you can make it to the last 365 days. You can do 7 days. But this is really cool. I love to see like where I ended up getting subscribers. And if you got them from a particular video, you will see what the video was. Like I got 9 subscribers from my September wrap-up of historical fantasy and contemporary romance. It's just really neat, and each one is color-coded, which is kind of cool too. So yeah, that's just a little more about subscribers. And you can see there's so many different kinds of things that they analyze in your videos. You can really go down a rabbit hole of looking at clicks and retention rate. And then this is another one of my favorites, obviously, because it's the comments. And so I get to see all the comments from all of my videos, and I can respond and like and love. This is another one of my very favorite aspects of YouTube, which is the audio library, where you can get all of these free tracks that you can put in your videos. I try to put a different song pretty much in every video that I do, and I love getting to pick them out. It's just one of my favorites. Another one of my very favorite things is making thumbnails or art that I put in my channel, which I do on Canva. And it's just so much fun. Like, you can just see this was one of my recent thumbnails, and you can, edit with the text and the colors and the boxes and the pictures. And I just love moving things around and just trying different things and seeing how different colors work. And it is just a lot of fun. Another one of my favorite things is using TubeBuddy, which you can get for free. This is not like a paid thing, of course. And here's the keyword explorer. This is one of my favorite things to do because it can tell you what would be a good idea for a topic of a video or things to put in your tags so that people can find you if they're looking. Like, if you were to type Bridgerton series, that's a poor choice because even though a lot of people are looking, that's the search volume, there's a lot of competition, which makes it poor. And the videos are optimized. They look great, so that's why that's in the green there. There's so much to look at. You can also see when it says interest over time, just how many people have been searching for those topics. Like, if I say Bridgerton book series, is that any better? Well, let's see. It is a little bit better. It's not quite as competitive, but then they can give you other ideas for titles you can do. See, that is still obviously, and people aren't even really looking for that. You can see in the search volume. So that's why that's not as good a choice. And then here's another behind the scenes. This is iMovie, which I have on my computer. And so you can see some of my editing software here. This was for a DNF video that I finally decided that I didn't want to do because I'm like, why am I going to make people watch me complain about books? Like, I just couldn't make it entertaining, and I didn't know that it was anything educational, or it just felt like ripping on authors. So I went ahead and just decided not to do it and do this video instead. So you can just see how you can put video in, all those cuts between the videos. There's where I edited. And now back to me. So are there any drawbacks to being a booktuber? I would say yes, because there's pros and cons to everything, right? For me, sometimes I get a little too much in my own head if a video isn't doing quite as well as I'd hoped. But honestly, it's all a learning process. It's just seeing what resonates with people and what doesn't. They say that the best kind of YouTubers are ones that either entertain or educate. And so I try to keep that in mind with every video that I do. I love the term that Ed Lawrence uses of film booth, edutainer. I think that's really fun and perfect. You can get kind of bogged down in the analytics where you're like, well, what was the attention rate and when did people stop watching? And if you think about it too much, I mean, it's easy to do. Another concern is just dealing with negative comments. And I think talking with other content creators or realizing that it happens to all of us and sort of putting things in perspective certainly can help. I have just so enjoyed the entire process, really. The buying of the books, experiencing the art within the pages, both the step backs and then the words themselves, the stories with the happy endings that make me swoon, then talking about it online after trying to figure out ways to be creative and then thinking about what to say and having people respond and just getting a dialogue going. It has just been such a joy from start to finish, and I'm glad I got a chance to share it with you. If you have any additional thoughts or questions, feel free to let me know because I'm sure there's something I forgot. As I said, I'm learning still a lot in terms of being a booktuber. I hope you're doing well. I hope that you're enjoying whatever it is that you're reading. Until next time, thanks so much. Take care. Bye.